She's got a body like an hourglass, it's ticking like a clock. Dun 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 dun. Whoa, I never meant to break. Am I singing that in right key? Hello everybody, it is me, Paramore. I was going to say it's me, Hayley Williams, but I feel like the whole of Paramore deserves to get the flowers for that. Although actually, now that I've said that, I think maybe there has been quite a few iterations of Paramore, so whatever Paramore that was, we liked that one. It is a bit like, you know, S-word shamey. It was the emo anthem, at least like for me and my friends. I mean, I wasn't really actually emo. I was just trying to hide the fact that I was in fact a raging homosexual. I feel like this is like the hair of that time, which was what, you know, inspired me to sing that song today to you. Something's happening here as well, isn't it? Is that? Maybe if I don't touch it, would it make things better? I don't know what's going on there. Hello, if that help? Nope, I'm back again. If these extensions don't look good, another motorbike going past. If these extensions don't look good, then just, you know, keep it to yourself. I've just shut the window, so it's probably better for sound, but not better for the way that I look. I have got my little fan, but I might move that a bit further forward, just so it's like, you know, really in the face. Well, I like how it's like just blowing this one piece of hair like. Ooh. Who's she? Where's she going? It's gonna be well flyaways, that bit of hair. Anyway, so what were I saying? Yeah, so the extensions, they make my head somehow warmer than the wigs do. Don't know how that works. I think it's because like there's a lot of hair just in this one spot, like around here. I guess the hot air escapes from the top of your head. Does it? I'm not really sure how it works, I'm not a scientist. Today's video, what we're doing is, I've obviously I've been like playing with makeup and like being a drag queen for a few years now. How many years will it have been? 5 years I've been doing it for now. So you know, I've had like my fair share of experiences with the makeup, and I thought that I would just go through kind of my top 3 and like my bottom 3 makeup items that I'm sort of currently using, that I've used in the past. And yeah, I just thought I'd go through them with you on this video because, do you know what? I wish somebody had told me like with certain products, you know, just don't buy them because they're not great. Having said that though, so I've obviously like, I watch YouTube videos, I watch like other drag queens putting on their makeup, I take like ideas from what they do and like what products they use. And some of these products like work fantastically for those drag queens, but some of them don't for me. Some of them work badly for those, some of them work well for me. Obviously this is all just like sort of dealer's choice really, it's like my experience with them. You will notice as well that I've also got a bit of a hairy chest, but I'm not shaving it, not today. We're going to start off with one of the good ones. So this is, I mean, I do rave about this all the time, this makeup palette. So this is, as you can see, it's very well used, it's real dirty. Let's have a look at the inside of it as well, shall we? Beautiful. It's actually not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. The mirror is dirty as. Let me just give that a quick wipe for you. This is the Brights palette by Beauty Bay. It is a 42 colour palette. And as you can see, it's just got all the sort of different colours that you could possibly need in there as well. So I do think, I'm not sure how much this is because this was like one of the prizes that I won for Virgin Drag in 2022. But it does have like, although it's called Brights, it obviously has all these like fun bright colours. It also has like the neutrals at the top. So I think like if you were, you know, like a drag queen just starting out, although this probably may have been a bit overwhelming for me like when I first started, just because like I didn't really know like what colours to put where and stuff, and like, you know, how to blend them out and stuff. Still struggling. I think like if I had have had this, like it would have probably cut out quite a lot of need for some other products. Also because there are like, there's obviously like the pinks and the reds and like some of the oranges as well. So you could always use that for blush if you wanted. You could use some of these colours up here for contours, and like there's a few nice like brow bone highlight colours as well, which, you know, you could use for like if you're a shiny highlight girl like myself. Although I don't really know like how much I'm going to be doing that going forward, because sometimes the shiny highlighter, like I sweat a lot, so then like when I'm on stage and I'm sweating, then the shiny highlighter is like a bad thing. But anyway, we do digress. This is a great palette. Again, I'm not sure how much it is, but I would definitely advise. I mean, I don't know if like they still do this one. I know they do like, did they put like Neon Brights or something, which looks to be pretty much the exact same palette. I don't know if they like kind of rebrand it, but like it's just the same thing every year or what. I would definitely advise getting this if you can, or if you want to, or if you even care. It's a good one, and I've used it on my eyes today, so like the blues are from there, and then I cut my crease with like a white concealer, and then I'd go over the top of it with the white colour, which is like, as you can see, it's like hit pan as that colour, because that's kind of the one that I use the most, because my crease is generally always white, and then I like put a highlighting colour on from in there as well. So yeah, so that's kind of like how I did my eyes today, and I think that they look very, very nice. So moving on to something that's, well, I don't know, I don't want to say that it's shit, but I mean, for me, this is a bit shit. I did a video like quite early on, like to when I started doing, look how dirty my hand is from putting the makeup on. Let's just put that down, shall we? Yeah, I did a video like a while ago when I sort of first started doing YouTube videos like more seriously, and it was putting on like the Trixie cosmetic stuff that I bought. So in that video, I did use the Team Cartier palette, which, you know, like the eyeshadow palette, and that was really, really good. Had like absolutely no complaints with that. And at the time, so I had heard a few other people like on YouTube and then like, you know, just on the grapevine say this, like what I've experienced here. So I got this lipstick. So this is the Red Scare lipstick. Look at that, it's very pretty. It's a nice red sort of colour. Mine's kind of dirty for some reason. I think it's because I like put it on with a brush, but the brush was the wrong colour, because I do struggle with these like bullet type lipsticks. This formula for me was like dry as hell. It was so bad. I don't know, I mean, to be fair, it has like been shipped from like wherever, I think it's in LA is their warehouse, so it has been shipped from there. So potentially, you know, it could have dried out like during the journey, it might have been like kept in the wrong environment or whatever, although you should be able to like store makeup in room temperature. I'm gonna put it on my hand. This bottom one, like this is the truest colour that it is. So it is quite a like sort of blue toned red, I would say. So like that, I do quite like that. Like I quite like a blue toned lipstick. That's kind of similar to what I've got on now. But yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of dry. When it goes on your lips, it doesn't, I mean, no lipstick really feels that comfortable. But when it's on there, like it does feel like dry. It feels like it's starting to flake. And I was really, really sad about it as well, because obviously like I love Trixie and I love Cartier, it was like their collab, and I was really excited about it, and it just didn't deliver what I had hoped they would. I know that they do liquid lipsticks, which I do usually kind of get on better with, and they do the Red Scare, haha. They do Red Scare in the liquid lipstick, so I might be tempted to try that, but because obviously my experience hasn't been great with this one, I'm kind of like, am I bothered enough to do that? Like, do I really want to get it? Because what if it's shit again and then I've like paid for it and it's airfare? I mean, I think this were about £16 for this lipstick. For the quality of that product, I was not particularly thrilled, unfortunately. But the palette was really, really good. So I cannot fault the Trixie Cosmetics palette. And they also have like very, very large pans in there as well. And you can generally kind of do your whole face with those as well. They have like the neutrals and then like the brighter colours. So that's always a good thing. Look at me like trying to dig my way out of the hole. I just didn't like the lipstick, I'm very sorry. I'm sure that she'll never watch this. I don't think she cares. She's making money anyway, it's cool. I like how like my own hair is like slowly Brie Van de Kamping its way out. And then like my extensions are poked straight. It's just like when I were in Sheffield, innit? A nice spot of knockoff Pepsi Max there. But the next thing that I kind of can't really like live without when I'm doing my makeup is a powder for like the highlighting part of my face. I've used lots of different ones, but the best one that I have found is the Airspun powder. So I get like, it does obviously have a weird smell, I don't really mind the smell, to be fair. I think it just kind of smells a bit like grandma's. It's like, you know, kind of like that florally sort of perfumed smell. I didn't realise, so I think the original one that I had must have had talc in, because this now says talc-free formula. I know you're not really meant to like put too much talc on your face, are you? Because you can get clown lung. So I have been using this for a while, and if I die then I'd like it noted that it's because of this powder. I know it does have like a little bit of flashback from what I've kind of been told like by other like, you know, makeup enthusiasts and also like makeup artists and stuff. But for me that doesn't really matter, because I do literally like, I put on my contour powders and I use those to like set the cream contour, and then I use that to set the highlighted part. So even though like it might have a bit of a flashback on camera, it would be all over my face, like, because I don't just put it under my eyes, I like put it under here, I put it like everywhere. And I like tend to pack that in with a beauty blender so that I can really get it into the creams that I'm using, and it just kind of like sets it nicely. As you can see, like it does look quite matte on the centre of my face, the outer parts of my face, so like, you know, where I've put the highlighter on, so obviously like that doesn't look as matte, but yeah, I would definitely say that's a really good powder to use. It's also like pretty cheap for quite a lot of it, which, as we know, I absolutely am wild for that. I love that. Oh, it's all with these extensions on. So the next rubbish thing that I've been using, and I have been using this like recently as well, so it's this Maybelline cream blend stick. So it is like, it's really, really good for the colour payoff. It's a good product in terms of coverage and stuff. It's great for that. However, at first I kind of used this and I wasn't performing with it on. I was just sort of like doing my videos, you know, like maybe taking a few photos, taking off the makeup. I have recently worn this a couple of times for performances, and I don't know, I think I mentioned when I did the Wakefield Pride one, all this bit of my face was just like, it was no longer existing, wasn't the makeup on there. It had like, the only way that I can explain it was as if it had like separated, you know, like when you boil like something and it starts to split, it was like that, but on my face, which wasn't ideal. Obviously like everybody were further away, so they couldn't really see like how bad it was, but I think it's because of the formula of this. So I don't know what it's actually made out of, and it has kind of like rubbed off of the back of it as well, but whatever's in it, it's obviously like reactive to the heat more so than like other stuff that I've used in the past, and it just sort of separated but in chunks rather than like just coming off my face, which is like, you know, you don't want your makeup to fully come off your face, but you don't want it to be like sat there in chunks on there. So I would say like, if you are a hot sweaty mess such as myself, and you know, you want to keep your makeup on your face while you're performing, don't be buying this stick because it's not great. It is also, as you can sort of see from around here, it's quite like, not runny, that's not the word that I'm looking for. It does get quite like mashed up quite easy. And I've not really done anything wrong with this. I did drop it one time, but then I like just cleaned the top of it and that was fine. And I like, you know, literally just like used the tissue to clean the top of it. So I don't think I've like altered the formula or anything in any way. I think it just doesn't cope very well with like heat, as it didn't on my face either. But yeah, it's just a bit messy as well. I'm not a huge fan of it, but as I said, it is a really good highlighting colour and the colour payoff's really, really good, so it kind of depends what you want it for. But if you're a sweater like me, I would probably just say like stay away from that, because even now, like whilst I'm sat here, I'm quite warm and I'm like concerned that it's going to be kind of like separating like in this sort of area, because that's where I sweat from quite a lot. It's probably not really worth the stress and the dramas. But the next thing that I've got that's like, you know, one of my favourite things in the world, I've like talked about this until cows come home, you're probably sick of hearing about it, but I'm going to talk to you again, is this Fenty Beauty lipstick cream lip thing. I have absolutely no idea what the name of this product is, but I know that the colour is in Uncensored. It's the one that I'm wearing today, and as you can see, it's very, very beautiful. It's stunning. It's never been done before. And what I like to do as well is, so when I've put the lipstick on, I usually set it with an eyeshadow. So I use this, and then I use my other favourite, which was the Brights palette, and I set it with the colour, let me tell you what colour I set it with, Cherry Aid, so this one here. So that's what I say it with, and look at how beautiful it is. If you're a red lipstick girly like myself, it's the best one that I've used going forward in my life now. When I need a red lipstick, I am gonna have to just like bite the bullet and pay for this. It has also lasted me a long time, so it's been like more than a year that I've had this product. And the other thing that I really like about it as well is the shape of the applicator. So, I don't know, can you see that? So it's like a really, I mean, I've not seen an applicator with a shape like that until I used this product, but it kind of, you can like put it on using the very end of it, and then like there's like a little bit that goes in the middle, which I find is really useful for doing like the very arch of your lip there, so then you're not kind of just like smashing it in. I don't know, there's just something about this product. It's very, very good, it's very special. It lives with me in my heart, and I always like take this out as well when I do like go out in drag, because I'm like, I know that it can just like be whipped out and I can put it on quite easy even if I've had a little drinky drink. I mean, I don't drink that much now. Nobody cares. Imagine watching me like, oh, what makeup do they use? It's so beautiful. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can bring me down. This bit of hair is going to come out soon. So the final item that I think is absolute dog shit, and I don't even have this anymore. So I cast your mind back, I think it's like last year around this sort of time, I bought the Maybelline Active Wear Superstay foundation, I think it's called. It's like, it's in a glass bottle, it's meant to be like the best foundation for drag, like, you know, lots of queens suggest using it. Creme Fatale uses it, I think, Trixie uses it in her like drugstore videos, Starlet uses it, I think, from Drag Race, like lots of, you know, really stunning drag queens use it. I put it on my face and it was like chalk suspended in water almost. So like I put it on and like I'd, you know, start to blend it in, and then I'd have like a patch that was covered and then like a patch that had absolutely no foundation on it whatsoever. I don't know, like maybe it was a bad batch, but I mean, it just didn't work for me, and I'm never gonna buy it again to kind of, you know, see if it does this time. At one point I was like, you know, maybe it's the wrong colour match for me, and maybe that's why it looks so like patchy on my skin. So I went to Boots and I like put some other colours on my hand to like see how it worked. And like when I tried to blend it out, again, it was like super patchy. If you like it, if you go into that shop and, you know, you rub it on the back of your hand and you think, oh yeah, that's the one for me, then you get it, don't listen to me. But, you know, if you're taking my word for it, I would say probably don't buy that. Yeah, if you are gonna buy a liquid foundation, then I would suggest this one instead. So this is the Revolution Conceal and Define. I think this is like a tenner, and it does last for quite a long time. It's full coverage foundation, and yeah, like this, for me, when I like put it over the top of my brows, it immediately gets rid of those. So, you know, like it is obviously quite a high coverage foundation, and like for the price of it as well, like it works very, very well. I was very impressed with that. It kind of did what I was hoping the Maybelline one was going to do, but it's fine, you know, you live and you learn, don't you? You move forward, you learn and you're constantly growing. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk about my favourite and my least favourite products. I don't know what I'm going to call this video actually. I might just call it Maybelline Superstay shit. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. It would mean the world to me. And my social media will be on at the very end. It's just Domino Official on everything. So if you'd like to follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Threads, that would be very, very nice. Thank you very much, and please, and thank you. And until next time, I shall see you all very soon. Bye.